Good morning. Thank you for being here in Educational Podcast. I'm Cristina Peña, and today we will have a super special guest who comes directly from the United States, and she is Johannes Diaz. And remember to subscribe to our channel where you will find tips, strategies, and educational advances. Today, we are going to deal with a very controversial topic in which we are going to look at different points of view. Should parents control how much time their children spend using electronic devices and the internet? We see that today the technological devices, the internet, have become essential for our daily life. Seeing as time has passed, is embedded more and more in our daily life. This is due to the technological advances that we have currently had.
Yes, Cristina. For example, from my experience, I can tell you that a child in a developed world like the United States begins to watch television normally when they are 4 months old, and now we know that in the United States 75% of 3 years olds have their own phone. Perhaps they have inherited it from their parents. This means that we are introducing children to this technology very soon. A preschool child in the United States spends about 6 hours on the internet. Now, the question is, what effect does it have? It is an important question because we are born with a brain that is not fully developed. In fact, the brain of a newborn increases threefold in the first 2 years, and thus so indirect in response to external stimulation.
I agree with you. I've been reading a book. I can't remember the name right now, but it says that overstimulation of a developing brain can shorten a child's attention span. If you saturate the child with multimedia devices at an early age, they will develop a mind that expects that kind of high-level input and really will be boring. It won't be fast enough.
Christina, let's think about it this way. If we teach too much fast technology, a child will very soon expect the world to work that way. And it doesn't. If you overstimulate the developing brain, you make it harder for him or her to concentrate on things that happen at a normal pace. And we need people, children, and adults who can concentrate.
Let's hear about the positive and negative effects of screen time. 1. An advantage is that many parents think that technology and devices are essential tools for a child's development, even more so now that they use them to carry out their tasks with the digital classroom and to be in contact with their classmates. But it also has a downside, which is that it can affect academic results and even lead to non-screen addictions throughout a child's life.
On the other hand, some parents say that they use technological devices to entertain their children because it allows them to focus and do other activities. But of course, the use of these devices must be controlled. One piece of advice I can give is that parents who want to reduce their children's screen time should set rules to reduce the risk of health and psychological problems. On the other hand, another negative effect would be that screen time also creates significant changes in the brain, especially when it comes to releasing dopamine. This neurotransmitter, also known as a pleasure chemical, is essential for managing addictions. That is why I can also advise parents to use or install on their devices to really limit the time their children spend in front of the computer, the console, or any mobile device with a screen.
4. But let's also look at it from another perspective. Parents can investigate which apps are more educational in nature and let children interact with them. It's an ideal complement to traditional toys due to its multidisciplinary nature. 5. Another advantage is that children who learn to handle electronic devices from an early age will acquire skills that are similar to those of the time in which they live. This prevents them from growing up detached from their generation. For example, tablets can be one of the first doors to learning and discovering the world at an early age. Electronic devices are the mirror of the world we live in. Faced with the passive attitudes of television consumption by children, interaction with tablets require an active disposition.
That point of view is excellent and you are absolutely right, but I also want to give you some disadvantages, such as the use of technology limits the capacity for artistic creation. For this reason, activities such as painting and drawing are promoted in schools instead of consuming information downloaded on the tablet. Electronic devices can use distraction in the child, which can limit her ability to concentrate. The passive consumption of information on devices slows down the cultivation of creative and problem-solving skills that are so necessary in the subsequent development of the child. In summary, the recommendation for parents is that they should control the time of use of these devices. In terms of the time that children should spend with the applications with interactive screens is not more than 30 minutes a day. That number occurred to me because that is the time, according to studies, that children play with other toys. My advice to parents today is to take some of the advice given today and make sure your kids have a screen-free time.
Thank you very much for your participation and the recommendation. We are waiting for you soon for educational podcast. Bye bye. See you soon, Johanny.